Namaste. I am Mrunalini Dapke, originally from Mumbai, and having spent many years in Bangalore working as a translator, I have shifted to Karlsruhe, Germany. Since past 3 years, I am a freelancer here. I teach languages. I am a translator and interpreter. I love cycling. I love blogging. I love reading and meeting people from all cultures. I thank Malti and Bhogya for giving me an opportunity to talk about my grandparents in Samarpanam and to introduce them to you all. I have written a small write-up on my grandparents where you will get to know who they were and how are they important in my life. And the title of the write-up is an ode to grandparents. I am very well aware that ode is a lyrical poem, but it was impossible to write everything in a form of a poem. Everything that I feel for my grandparents could be written only in a prose form. So, here's presenting you the write up about my grandparents, and I hope you all like it. Thank you. An ode to grandparents. Parents give you birth, but grandparents provide you with life. Someone has rightly said this. I was lucky enough to take birth in a family where three generations, including me, stayed together and where grandparents were there at least for the few formidable years of my life. My paternal grandfather retired as a manager from the Jagjit Cotton Textile Mills, a subsidiary of Karamchand Thapar and Sons, and my grandmother was always a housemaker. He had the decision-making power, and her territory was the kitchen. My paternal grandfather had just passed his fourth standard examination when he started working in a mill at Jargaon, and by this hard work and grasping power he rose to the level of a general manager in a textile mill. By experience and by just touching the cloth, he could make out as to how much cotton was there and how much terracotta was mixed in the fabric. Being born during Diwali time, I was named Deepa by my grandparents, and they left no stone unturned to give me the best of everything. Why not? I was born after 11 generations of boys in the Velankar family. As my parents were working, my grandparents took care of me, my school, my tiffin, my homework, and my sports activities, etc. They were deeply involved in whatever I did. My granddad, whom I fondly called Abba, always wanted me to study hard and achieve good heights in life. My grandmom, whom I called Aji, always prepared the most excellent dishes and pampered me with her love and care. Whenever I thought that I would get a spanking from my parents for some mischief, my grandparents had my back. They never scolded me or shouted at me. They were patient with my every prank and never had any complaints about whatever I did in those days. They read stories to me and also taught me to say prayers in Sanskrit, for example, Ram Raksha, Maruti Stutra, etc. Abba was very particular about his health. He never had junk food in his life. Fried food was never his favorite. He always said, something that tastes wonders to the tongue is not suitable for health. He spent 2 hours doing yoga every day. He went for a walk every morning for about 7 kilometers. He read a lot. He made notes and he knew everything that was going on in the world. He never visited a dentist till the end of his life. He had all his teeth intact at the time of his death. He donated his eyes and body to an institution so that medical students could study it. During the last days of his life, he used to tell people coming to see him that he will see that nobody took leave on his last day, as his last day had come very near. And it happened to be a Sunday, just as he had wished. My generation was a blessed one to have grandparents. Most of my friends had a set of grandparents. Now, when I think of it, I have no words to thank them enough. My granddad did not see me get married and have a child, but my grandmother always lived with the hope of seeing her great grandson or great granddaughter. She prayed every day for me and inquired about my health, even sent me goodies which were only her trademark items, and which no one else in this world could make. My maternal grandfather was a radio officer, but he was ill for many years, and hence I saw very little of him and couldn't bond with him as I did with my paternal grandfather. My maternal grandmom was a strong lady, and she worked with the income tax office. I visited her in the summer holidays and stayed with her for 2 months. She took care of me, took me to the famous Chowpatty beach in Girgaon, which is in Mumbai, took me to movies, to the children's park, etc. Till I went to college, I visited her in my holidays and had a good time with my maternal uncle and with her. But after I moved to Bangalore, those days just became memories. I lost my paternal grandmother in September 2017, just before coming to Germany. I think she knew that we wouldn't be able to see each other again if I left for Germany. I was by her side when she passed away. It seemed as if she was waiting for my arrival from Bangalore, and the moment she saw me in the hospital, tears rolled down her face. She couldn't speak a word, but she communicated all the love and blessings through her tears that day. She left us and went to a better world and started her next journey. Her blessings, her passion for cooking, and her compassion shall always be with me till I live on this earth. Similarly, my grandmom also knew that her last days have come, and 15 days before, when my mother left for Trek, she told my father that she would not be able to see her daughter-in-law, and this came very true. My maternal grandmother left us in April this year. She spent only the last 15 days of her life on bed. She was a great devotee of Sri Ram, and she always wished for a painless and quick death. She led her life with grit, determination, and a smile. No matter what, she still chose to stay happy, no matter how the conditions around her were. She was an avid reader till the end, and she solved the crossword in Marathi papers without fail. How much do the grandparents do for their grandchildren? Don't they ever get tired? Will I be able to give at least 10% to my grandchildren of what my grandparents have given to me? Will I be able to be selfless and have no expectations like them? They forget all their worries and tensions and become one with their grandkid. Don't they feel like living their own life in peace now after their children are well settled? They can, but they do not want to. They perhaps see their own childhood in the grandkids and want to give them everything which they missed in their childhood. I was lucky enough to get this mighty shade of love, care, and affection from those big trees who were my grandparents on both sides, and they shall be significant in all aspects of my life. I'm today what I am because of my grandparents. The lessons they taught me in all walks of life, consciously and unconsciously, have led me to a better person, to be an open person, to be able to choose to be happy in any circumstances, to be a responsible mother and a woman. I can go endlessly like this. I thank my grandparents for having enriched my life, and I couldn't imagine my life without them. Thank you, Aji and Abba, from both sides, to have brought me into this world and for giving me that special place in your life which a grandchild would always want to. I shall always remember you as loving grandparents, and I miss you. Thank you very much.